Okay, both players ready. Let's hop in. So it's going to be ZvZ on Thunderbird, which is actually a pretty fun matchup. Not ZvZ in general, I think, at this level, because it's mostly just 13-12 versus 14-14, and an absolute mess from there. But I think on Thunderbirds you get longer games, so you get into that little roach wall phase. And I know some people find it boring, but I think to watch it, it is really enjoyable because there's so much strategy in how you move your units, how you position them, how you prepare for every fight. Anyway, in the bottom right of Thunderbird, representing the art of warfare, it is the green Zerg player EnoshKarsa. Currently one map up. And in the top left, representing Platinum Heroes, it is the red Zerg player Hound. And yeah, luckily we're not going to see any 14-14s or 13-12s this time. Both players going for an Overlord on 13 supply. Good to see. So as long as there aren't any like 2 base all-ins or maybe even 3 base all-ins with Ling Bane, should see a pretty good game. And I know Hound personally seems to like his roaches, so that's a good sign. Gonna go for the 16 hatch, a little bit earlier than EnoshKarsa's 18 hatch. Is 18 hatch that common? I barely ever see it. I guess,
No.
Is it not? I really don't know much about ZvZ, which is kind of bad for me to say, to be honest. Supposed to be good at this, Jesus, supposed to be good at this matchup. But of course I'm not. But yeah, this is actually going to lead to a faster spawning pool from EnoshKarsa in return for a much later gas. So Hound will have the earlier Bane speed. Jesus Christ, Bane speed. Ling speed. It might have earlier Bane speed, I guess, but no one really gets that in this matchup. In return for EnoshKarsa having a slightly faster Queen and faster cyclings out. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference, as long as Hound doesn't go for some like speedling timing just as speed finishes. But I think that ship's already sailed. Oh, actually going to be a gasless 3 hatch. Now that I do see sometimes. It's very ballsy, but on a map like this, it might not actually be a bad idea. If he can get that third base established before Hound realizes and goes for some pressure, that could be really, really good for EnoshKarsa. So we'll see what he does with these 4 opening lanes, because if he sees that third, I think just immediately drop the hammer, Baneling Nest, everything to Ling Rush that, because there's not going to be any Bane speed. Jesus, I'm just going to ban myself from saying Bane. There's not going to be any Ling speed. So you can basically just surround the Lings of EnoshKarsa and then hit them with Banelings as they try and run away. It's a really good situation to be in. EnoshKarsa still not adding in gases. I thought the usual timing was 2:30. Maybe it's 2:50. I could just be having it wrong. But 2:50's passed, no gases. This is very greedy, isn't it? It's still making drones. Another Queen coming out, and no wall. I just want to mention no wall whatsoever. Fortunately for him, Hound is staying at home with his opening Lings instead of sending them across the map to scout. So he thinks it's just a normal ZvZ. He has no idea about this third base, but he will know as soon as he sees the creep coming out of it with his second Overlord. His own third base is quarter of the way done, but I think at this point there's nothing he can do because his Roach Warren's already down, so he can't switch that into like a Baneling Nest. What he could do is go for a lair immediately. Yeah, there we go. Lair right then. So he's going to go... Oh no, he's built a second Roach Warren. Whoops. But yeah, he's going to try and go for a big Roach timing. Maybe with 1-1, maybe without it. He's got no Evo Chambers, so I'm going to assume it's no 1-1. And just try and crush through EnoshKarsa before he can really levy that economic advantage. Oh, he actually going to snipe a Queen. No, never mind. He could have sniped a Queen. Definitely could have done. But unfortunately chose not to. And yeah, he's going to realize how hot the water he's in is right now as he sees that fully saturated natural. I mean, he can guess that the main is also fully saturated. So yeah, not a great situation for the Hound. Jesus. But if he can get a good Roach timing here, EnoshKarsa's making a few too many Overlords and a few too many drones. You know, maybe 20 too many, but you know. So this could be a an opportunity for Hound if he can just get drones on gas, because he's only got 1 gas mining at the moment. Oh, 2 gases, sorry. Didn't see that second one in the natural. So if he can get 3 gas mining, then he'll be in a great spot. What I don't like is him moving out with his army now. It should be all about the synergy with the upgrades. It's like he wants to time out this this roach speed for when he does his attack. Though I suppose with EnoshKarsa completely ignoring this and making 11 more drones, and there's no ling speed, there's not going to be any roaches for at least 20 seconds. Longer, in fact, than 20 seconds, about 30 seconds. He's going to make 22 links, but they're not going to be speed links. So the roaches can actually fight quite well against them. There's going to be 3 queens to contend with, but that's before the lings are out, so they'll actually get killed quite quickly by the roaches. See if there's any micro on either side. But there's actually no micro to be done in terms of EnoshKarsa because he has no transfuse energy. Still though, I would have loved to see Hound delay until he had ling speed, sorry, roach speed. Okay, when I try and say roach speed, it's ling speed. When I try and say ling speed, it's bane speed. I wonder what's going to happen when they start researching bane speed. Probably roach speed. But yeah, no roach speed until now. Now he's going to start really trading well against these lings, as he can stutter step more. Oh, but he is using stop stutter step, so it's going to take a while for the roaches to get over here. +1 will finish soon as well, and there's actually no roaches on the way for... no, there are 5, sorry, there are already 5 out, with more on the way. But still, this is a very big power spike for Hound. He's got his roach speed done, his +1 is about to finish, he's got a lot of roaches compared to what EnoshKarsa has. The supply is a bit deceitful here, because while it is looking kind of even, the army supply is hugely in Hound's favour. And yeah, that's just 5 roaches against, I can't even count that many, 10. I failed maths. 12 now. And yeah, he's just going to run into the natural and absolutely ransack it, and he's now in between all of EnoshKarsa's production, so he can't get his units together. He's going to try and make 26 Zerglings to try and save this, but no. You will not save this game with speedless lings now that +1 is finished. Those will absolutely melt. Literally. And third pace is going to go, it's fully saturated. I mean, come on. You got to be a little bit more careful in ZvZ, unfortunately. It's not the same as ZvP and ZvT. Okay, link speed is finished now, but most of the lings are dead. I think EnoshKarsa's done. Like, he just cannot get the right units to hold this. He's still making Zerglings. I think if those were 12 roaches instead of 24 Zerglings, he could have had a chance. But he just insisted on making Zerglings when he really didn't need to. Yeah, it's just the wrong decisions, I think, from EnoshKarsa, because he was in a great spot after that opening with the fast third that didn't go scouted, but Hound just responded properly, got his roaches out. I think he attacked a little bit too soon, but it's not as if EnoshKarsa responded in the correct way, getting like spines or additional lings, anything that would have been able to help him hold off the attack at the opening to the ramp. So it didn't really make a difference that he attacked too soon. And now it's just 14 workers to 50, 13 army supply, most of it in eggs, to 76. Should see GG any moment as the natural is going to fall. GG. And well played, Hound. Very well played.